Hello, friends. So today's word was patient. Be patient. So, like I said, I never know in the morning, whatever the word pops up that I'm supposed to put on this chalkboard, I don't know what that means for my day. So I was like, okay, we'll see how it goes. So the first time today that I had to deal with patience was I decided that I needed my friend, my very best friend, whose picture is going to be right here, that I've known since I'm 4 years old. I was bringing her kids over. We were going to have like just a little get together. They wanted to come see me because I've been infirm, and it's always good to see them. I forget the energy of young boys, so it was great, chaos, but the good kind. So I wanted to get food for them, and I wanted to go shopping because I'm allowed to walk, and I'm allowed to start putting like pressure, a little bit of pressure on my heel. I still have stitches, and I'm still in the casty booty thing. But I figured I would go to my local store, which is right behind my house, because I got the sale ad, and I like to support local. And that store, Country Harvest, does tons of good stuff for the community. And I thought, well, it's low risk, right? So like if Giant, which is the other store I shop at, is an Aldi, is like so big, and I was like, oh, I can't, like walk from the parking lot and then walk inside. Like that's too much walking. But this would be a safe bet because it's small, it's near home. If I like am in too much pain, I can just stop and pay and leave. So I decided to do that. So I went up to Country Harvest, and I was in pain, so that didn't help greatly. But also, people are in a hurry. People are in a hurry, and I'm like this pokey old lady, trying to shop for ice cream cups for a bunch of 8-year-old boys. So like people were like plowing me over, and I just it I and then and patience patience kept coming up, like be patient, don't get frustrated. You're like this when you're well. You're like, I want to get in and out of the store. And so I did like rely on coming back to being patient, which isn't, by the way, one of BRG's best skills. So that was the first time I came home. I was exhausted. Like I had been there for an hour, and like and because of this diet I'm on, I'm like checking every single label to see if I can eat it. I knew obviously I couldn't have ice cream and stuff like that, but there was other things I was checking. I wanted walnuts. I was hoping they were shelled, but I couldn't get those. So anyway, it was a tiresome thing. Plus, I wanted to straighten up my house a little bit. I'm not the world's most domestic person, so my house isn't dirty, but it's certainly, if you're a fussy person, you should not visit my house because I am not a fussy person, and I have a lot of clutter. So I did that. And then I wanted to cook and have stuff ready because I knew my friend was going to church before coming here. So I knew the kids would be really hungry. And they got here about 7, and everything was ready. I made chicken for my friend and I and her daughter, and my one son doesn't eat hot dogs. And then I made hot dogs for the kids. And then I just had a big salad bar that I made with spinach and nuts and cheese and all the things I can have, and strawberries and blueberries and all kinds of stuff. And we sat in the yard, we ate dinner, and the boys ran around like crazy boys because they are young boys who are full of energy, and it's fun to see, and they're good kids. So, but they are full of energy. So then we played a game, and then we went back outside, and we were, it was a good night. And, but I definitely had to be patient with myself, which is not something I'm very good at. I probably have 10 times more patience for other people than I do for myself. But I was really starting to be in a lot of pain. And so I had to like get an ice pack out and put my foot on the ice pack. I could tell that I was doing too much, and I needed to be patient. And, I'm typically patient with kids because I like kids a lot. I like other people's kids because they go home. But I had to be patient throughout the day. And, but then I was thinking like throughout the day too, like just patient with situations that come about in our lives, right? Like patience with, you know, situations at work. I just have to, patience is just it's a cultivated skill. Like it's not especially if you're not inherently patient, as I am not inherently patient. It really is a skill that you have to sort of cultivate over time. And, being patient with people and being, um, giving people the time that they need to process whatever it is they're processing. Early in the day, right before like literally a minute before I was ready to leave the store, I was asked to do something that was needed like ASAP, but it included a lot of information that I did not know. And I'm really handy with the computer, obviously not with recording, but in case you wanted to know, like at school, I actually have a lab with a green screen, and I know how to do all that stuff. I'm choosing not to because this is more personal, and I like to do this way right now. So I was just thinking about how like it's important to be patient at work and be patient with other people, to recognize that they may not be on the same wavelength as you. They might not, they have their own issues coming into something, and it's very easy to be, to have a view, like you think things should be done A, B, and C, but perhaps there's something blocking it on their side. And the same is true in like personal relationships or friendships or whatever. There just might be something that's blocking, somebody's ability to contact you or whatever. Maybe they're really, really busy, or, maybe it's not because they don't want to talk to you, but maybe just because they're busy, or could be because they don't want to talk to you. I don't know. But just to be patient in general, not just with like the physical things that happen every day in your life, but also with situations that are happening around you. And so I thought it was a good word. And, I definitely think, patience is something that I've worked on over the course of my lifetime. I'm far more patient now than I was when I was in my 20s. Because I'm a very quick thinker, and so like I'm a good problem solver. So I see a problem and I'm a fixer, right? I have about 2 minutes tolerance for like kibitzing about it, but then I want to fix it. I don't like to leave things hanging. So it frustrates the ever living crap out of me when people just want to talk about like whose fault is it and why. And listen, you get 2 minutes for that, and then let's solve it. Like, what's the problem? Let's solve the problem, and then move on to the next thing. Like I always used to tell my previous staff and my MIT staff, it's like spinning plates in the air, right? I don't want to have 10 plates spinning in the air, so let's take care of some of those plates, right away. If we can solve it quickly, let's solve it so that we can spend more energy on the bigger plates, the ones that are spinning faster or whatever. So, and so that sometimes comes across like being impatient, but it's, I like to solve things quickly. So, anyway, that was today's word. I don't know what tomorrow's word will be, but I'm going to go to sleep now and then we'll find out. So, I hope you are well, and I wish all of you all the best in light and love. Be well. Bye bye.